Jesus. Oh man. Okay. Trying to start on time today. I know yesterday we were starting soon for a little while. How's everybody going? Welcome back. Straight into it from yesterday. Day 2 of 100%ing all of the Borderlands games, going through all the characters, getting all the achievements, every unique, every legendary, every DLC. We're going crazy. And apparently, I'm not the only one doing this. A little comment from yesterday's first video from Mr. Chapa Wa Chapa. Doing the same thing with every Borderlands game. I think the movie, though it wasn't great, it did spark a little bit of interest, you know, especially with it being timed with the announcement of Borderlands 4. I think that, yeah, there's definitely a couple of us out there. There's dozens of us. And we're standing strong. Yesterday we did a little bit of everything. We did the usual start for Borderlands 1, I think, which is just kind of doing everything you're coming across. You can keep up with not only the quests that are being done, but also the weapons that have been acquired on the link down in the description. For those here on Twitch, I don't have that set up currently. So if you go on over to my YouTube channel, in the description of one of the videos is the link to the Excel from Tony DML, I believe. I got all the names today. I'm running 2 mods. It is the enhanced Borderlands and character overhaul, both mods. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. I had a little bit of the jitters, you know. I was talking about a little bit of everything and very disorganized in a way. Is that gonna change? Nah. It's still kind of a stream of consciousness thing. I was gonna plan. I was thinking, you know, since yesterday felt a little bit, I don't know, a little bit disorganized. I was like, you know what, maybe I should look into some topics to talk about during the stream, but I'm not, this isn't a podcast, you know, this is a little raw. And so I'm thinking of just running with it, you know, let's get that comment out there, or out of there. And let's get back straight into it. We got a Skagzilla here to do, and yeah, I'm glad to see some engagement.
Luck is an old buddy of mine, and by old buddy, I mean asshole that ruined my mom's girl parts. Well, sounds like he's in trouble, so you go on ahead and try and keep him alive long enough so I can kill him at a later occasion.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to quieten down a little bit whenever characters are doing some dialogue. I know yesterday I was skipping a little bit of Commander Seal. I mean, we're gonna do multiple playthroughs, right? It's not the first time we've heard this stuff. Get the bait outside of it, okay. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. Maybe one of the other playthroughs I'll do a little bit more silently. But I'll try to, whenever there's like some dialogue going on, to give a little bit of leeway. We got the sick pistol yesterday. I am loving it. Pistol. It's a revolver, and it absolutely shreds ass. But yeah, coming back into content creation yesterday. I say coming back as if I had any like sort of leeway to begin with. I didn't. I posted videos back in the day whenever I had, you know, no personality. I was a young kid. Some might say I still don't, which is, you know, completely fair. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad I'm going with this route of just putting it in raw. Getting the videos done in just this organic manner. Not a lot of editing going on. I just uploaded the VOD straight onto YouTube, separated by 1 hour markers thanks to OBS's automatic thing. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm thinking that yesterday we kind of, got a little crazy. Hello, yeah, yep. With all sorts of different topics, right? I think it was a kind of an introduction, and I was basing myself a little bit, or using my gaming curriculum, kind of show what my experience has been. Ooh, okay. What my experience has been so far. Okay, you're just gonna jump around. One thing I can't one thing I can't wait for, as we get deeper into these playthroughs, is finding out more cheesy ways to dealing with bosses, and ways that speedrunners and things like that do, to like skip around the map or defeat these bosses with ease. I imagine there's like, there has to be some place in this arena where he just gets stuck, and you can just absolutely mow him down. Right now, just a little bit of Bloodwing and a little bit of patience. We'll get rid of this guy, I'm sure. Woo! Oh yeah, you shoot him in his fucking disgusting little mouth whenever he does that little big beam thing. Okay. Let's get some DOTs for you. Oh, I'm gonna have to focus on some of these, especially the boss fights. I noticed that my stream of consciousness definitely came to a halt, and I'm just gonna end up forgetting whatever the fuck I was saying anyways, if I do start going off on a little rant here. Obviously on YouTube, I'm only doing the Borderlands series currently. That's the only thing I'm probably gonna be uploading. But if people have an interest, to get, hello. Come on, give me a couple more. Yeah. If people have interest in some other content to not really fill the void per se, but just change it up a little bit now and then, I go through the dulls daily for a bunch of them. I don't think I can make them particularly entertaining other than just like playing them, so I'm not sure I would recommend that as a course of action, but I'm just trying to think of other things that I do. I've been playing a little bit of Satisfactory 1.0. It's been a little bit fun. I like all of the new dialogue options from Ada. Have been lovely to listen to. I love the sort of dystopian vibe that it's giving off. It's very not wanting to spoil anything. It's very much clear that there's been some sort of like AI dominion trying to pass off as like, we need all of these resources for saving Earth, but really my theory is that you are just helping build their robot army, and the things like the summer sloops and the Mercer spheres are there as kind of like remnants of maybe souls of previous pioneers that have come around. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm taking that game very slowly. I'm not good at optimizing it whatsoever. But yeah, it's interesting so far. I also play a little bit of Smite with a friend of mine. Oh no, I did not think about ammo here. This guy might beat me on the stamina for. Yep. Just on the fact that I don't have longevity in this fight. I kind of gotta get rid of you soon-ish, right? 6 damage a pop. Doesn't sound like a lot. Yep. At least it's not doing a shit ton of damage to me. At least with like lightly kiting him around. I might not cut out all of my social life. I might swap every now and then just split the video in different ways. to... I don't know what I'm saying. Honestly, my mouth is running. Much as it was yesterday, with not much whenever I'm having to focus on something actually, like coherent thoughts being formed. And I'm sure that's very, very fun to listen to. While the sound of gunshots very intermittently make their way. Ooh, thank you for the crit. I appreciate you. Yep. Honestly, you know what? You ain't shit. Why don't you just spit your little laser at me? Now that I know it just doesn't hurt me whatsoever. What other... Oh, yeah. Oh my... Ooh! Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I do appreciate the character overhauls. Shorter cooldowns. I'm sure I mentioned that yesterday, but... Ooh! What a great start. Oh, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, we got this in the bag. We ain't got to worry about nothing. In terms of content, I've been recently getting back into watching some GTA 5 role-playing videos. I don't know about you guys. I can't really get into them unless there's like some big drama going on. A couple months back, there was this whole like mayoral sheriff thing with Cornwood and NoPixel. That was fun to follow for a little while. It was massively entertaining. And then whenever that kind of wrapped up, the interest in the genre went away as well a little bit. But now, there's a certain racer back in Prodigy, and I've been following that up a little bit. So it got me into playing GTA 5 RP in the first place. The racing aspect, I really like the arcadiness of GTA 5, and servers that have some sort of racing implemented are just so fun. I love the cops versus robbers angle to it. Got a whole lot of everything here. Let's see if anything is better than what I currently have. You do more damage, but are you gonna be as cool? Hello? Oh, did I pick up? I did pick it up. I'm really enjoying the... You know what? I'm not a fan of the assault rifle. I used to be as a soldier player, but they've let me down recently. Oh, that's the weapon I was looking at. Give me more of a look into it, please. So it's one more point of damage. Nah, it's not worth the... I'm much... Wait, is this using 4 ammo? That times 4, or is that just a chance of it happening? The mag size is also just 3, huh? Just not noticing that whatsoever. Okay. Yeah. This is another thing. I know I'm constantly going on record hating this game, but yeah, the boss fights, right? They just slap down the circle arena, call it a day. Feels very old style. I know that the Thunderdome has this... Oh, you guys all good here? I don't think that's where you're supposed to be staying, brother. Oh, you guys are having it rough out here. What else do you want out of me? Getting lucky. Lucky Zafford. Is Lucky Zafford the same guy from Borderlands 2? Or the Zaffords? I remember that being like one of the clans, right? One of the clan, like the quest that's next to the train station where the two Irish gangs or clans clash, and you get to choose which one to side with. Are the Zaffords one of them? I'm trying to remember. It definitely rings a bell. And it's interesting to see that they were already in Borderlands 1. I mean, I'm sure that for fans of the series, it's nothing new, but it is for me. It's just a straight ride, right? Yeah. Man, these... I also dislike the vehicle combat in both games, and I know that in the General Knox DLC, there's gonna be a whole bunch of that. Did that guy just T-pose out of the car? Am I crazy? I don't know if there's much bullet travel in this gun. Oh, sorry? Sorry? Oh man, what's up, boys? It's time to die. I think with all the upgrades, Bloodwing's gonna be able to go for 8 people, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Makes it much funner. I need to hold on. I can't see. Ooh, because it's so dark in here, and I have the sun right on my face. I'm sure. Yeah. I spoke a little bit about it yesterday on the topic of face cams. Like I said, I want to kind of keep the screen a little bit clear. I would love to do some VTubing model of like a cell shaded person. But if you ever want to, like, you know, if you need a face cam to be entertained, just Google like fat white guy with a beard and just pick any of like the top search results. I'm sure that will be a decent fill-in. I remember this philosophy came from me watching Soviet Wombo back in the day, and everybody was always asking him for a face cam, and it's like, I'm just like a regular white dude. There's nothing interesting to see. It's not gonna add anything to the gameplay. I'm not a very emotive person either, so it's not like you're gonna be seeing my eyebrows jumping all over the place, doing a little dance, mating ritual. It's, yeah, hold on. I need to do the thing I'm saying I'm gonna do, which is to get the sun out of my eyes. Perfect. There we go. And we're back in business. So, positioning of the mic is not the best. Wait. Am I crazy? Who? Is he up top? He is up top. Get absolutely shredded. Was that 2 people? That was 2 people in one, huh? Yeah, I'm not looking to deal with you guys. And I'm looking to get 1 extra. Oh shit! It goes up by 2? Oh my god, hold on. I'm doing maths. 5 plus 4 is 9? It's gonna go up to 9. No. 2 times 4, 8. So it's gonna go up to 13 targets. Dude, I'm not gonna have to do shit. Oh my god. It is my absolute pleasure. So long as I'm not doing anything to win, that's where I'm at most happiest. If you guys ever play Diablo 3, oh my god, right? You got the Witch Doctor minion build. That is extremely fun for me. Just walking around, putting down your Piranha Tornado every now and then. Oh, okay, yeah, bullet sponge, motherfucker. You got your Witch Doctor. You put down the Piranha Tornado, and all of your minions just go to town, absolutely demolishing everything. And then the Necromancer later on, right? Also very, very fun. I know that for a while, the summon builds weren't the best, so I'd always go back to the seasons where they were, essentially. And of course, who can forget the Invoker set for the Paladin? Is it the Paladin? I don't know. The armored chick. You have some. Oh, it's just a random guy, man. Do you have a name? Do you have a voice? Do you have a nice little Irish accent for me? Nope.
Hey, thanks for keeping that dick bag alive long enough for me to pound on later. Much as it pains me to admit, Luckin knows the area better than anyone. Might want to use him while he's alive for me not having killed him at all.
Yeah, so it's just a random guy. That's what I mean. It lacks a little bit of something, right? It's got the weapons, it's got a bit of the gameplay, but it is just something to it is unfortunate. Can I suck you yet? I can suck you! You've been sucked? Hold on. Yes! Level 2, let's go! I wonder if I missed out on a fire one then, because I think I might have sold it. Thinking that it was not it was not going to add a level to it. Yeah. I also forgot about the yesterday my brain wasn't very tuned into the game. I lightly noticed it. You might want to stock up on like the healing things, huh? Now that they're like items that stay in your inventory in this game. Cause it's hard to find heals while you're in like big battles. Ooh, it's not too bad. The one thing that I liked about the sniper is that yesterday gave me some good thumbnails. I think the sniper being scoped in is so very Mordecai and added quite a bit. And can I say, coming back to YouTube after such a long time, making the thumbnails is my absolute favorite. I mean, we had my ass edited in the Liver King and just plastered on in beautiful Comic Sans the word yap over the liver. And then had Mr. Beast crying as part of another one where it was scoped in. It was just, it brings me absolute joy to make these very trashy memes. What the they fly now? They fly now? Have they always flown? Stop flying, you little creep! Oh my god! My friend, I always used to think he was exaggerating. Whenever I played this game back in the day, I had a friend, and he would absolutely hate these creepy crawlies, right? I mean, they are a little disgusting, but I never noticed the fucking flying one. You're disgusting. I fucking hate you. Never grace me with your presence ever again. Holy. Oh, completely forgot. Oh yeah, making thumbnails. Just such a fun part of content creating, I think. I know that Mr. Beast likes to do them himself. He has like 50 different versions of thumbnails for every single video he does. But oh man, I'm good with just the one. Since I'm not putting my face with like a weird reaction and some white outline around it. I'm happy to just vibe it out and you know, this is the process for me, right? This is how it works. I just look through the video, skip through it a little bit, find like one topic that I'm talking about during the video, and there you go. You've made your title. You've made your title. You have your idea for a thumbnail. That's all you really need. All right, absolutely. Get turbo Shrek. Come on, let's go. Bloodwing, do you think? Oh man, getting multiple Bloodwing kills in one go is so satisfying. I love this shit. The more I play it, the more I'm looking forward to the other characters as well, because I know that they got some overhauls with the mod too. Particularly looking forward to Brick a little bit, doing a little bit of a melee build and just going straight into people. I know it's not going to be great late game, because everything just destroys you late game, right? That do be looking like it's it. Big game hunter. Oh, you also just turned it in here. All right, let's go. So, fast travel system is now online. Yes, I know. I've got a mod for it. Thank you so much. What is the name of this fast travel? Oh, you can't really see them, can you? The Doll Headlands. Is that all it is? Let's get accustomed to these. Oh, wow. Just good old-fashioned walking, then. Yeah, it did, I did find it a little draining towards the end of the stream, though. Like, a lot of energy got used to... I think it's just, you know, working a muscle in my brain that I haven't worked in a while, right? For the last, like, 10 years or so, every single one of my gaming sessions has either been spent in silence if I'm alone or riffing off with a friend. So doing this whole, like, you know, one-man show, as it were, it's interesting. It gets you thinking a certain type of way. Hello? You in here? Excuse me? Yes. Oh, that was literally the quest, is to power up the fast travel network. Well, that's what paying attention doesn't get you. Yeah, this one-man show business, it's a little difficult to keep track of, personally. Start using this, the custom checkpoint for something. Yeah, keeping yourself on your toes, right? Coming up with things to say on the spot. It's much more difficult than people give it credit, I think, especially if you're not used to talking all the time. It's a bit of a shift in the way that you do things and in the way that your mind flows, especially whenever you're also having to pay attention and click on things. I know if you speak with like most... Ooh, elephant gun. I love rifles. I'll get back to what I was saying in a second. I love rifles without scopes. They are my absolute favorite in games. I love the repeater feel to it. It's always like my go-to weapon in the Fallout games. Absolutely, are the hunting rifles, right? Usually the ones without a scope. Yeah, it changes the plasticity in your brain a little bit, right? You're working these muscles that haven't really ever been worked on. Other than, you know, sometimes whenever I'm going around the house, right, I'm speaking to myself and I'm making myself laugh. But then it's kind of like whenever you go into a test whenever you're young, right? You kind of get this this feeling where you forget about everything. You're trying to come up with anything to say or to talk about, and it just doesn't come to you. Oh, right, it's just killing a bunch of things. It just doesn't come to you, right? It's just completely out of your control almost. Okay, let's calm this shit down. Okay. I hate all of you. All of you are trash. Come here. Yeah. Yeah, coming up with shit to say is a difficult endeavor, man. It's a difficult endeavor. Should not be moving. Oh! Guy just ran me over, man. What the hell? That is rude as fuck. He didn't give a shit about me. I got ethered. Okay, you know what? We stay next to the big rock penis here. Oh yeah, Mad Mel, I remember you. You're like a little car boss, right? Okay, let's... Yeah, ring around the Rosie. Go fuck yourself, bud. How'd that work out for you? Mad Mel is the car boss. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm just playing it... Oh, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Oh man, this fucking revolver rocks, dude. Oh, hello, I see you. I think that's why a lot of people, especially back in the day, right, you just resort to commenting on the
He
gameplay.
always sending you on missions that like destroy my stuff. Seriously, I think he's putting bad guys in runners just so you can get on to blowing them up.
That's why a lot of content creators back in the day would just comment on the gameplay, right? They would comment on their surroundings. Like, I'm definitely doing that right now, but I'm also trying to introduce a little bit of critical thinking in the meantime. Yeah, like making little characters, right? Like PewDiePie had several characters in inanimate objects that he would talk to. And oh, okay. Oh, it's two of you, huh? Little dumbass couple. Right, to kind of make things entertaining, making these characters that they would then riff off of, and in a way, right? That's a smart way to approach it. Because if you're solo and you're kind of having to come up with things on the spot, it's a little bit more difficult. But whenever you have even a fictional thing that you kind of like give it a voice and you start improvising with it, doing some yes ands. More praying NPCs today. Hey man, I hope so. But not yet, not that I've seen. So far it's just been skags and cars. And also a flying little roach thing, which I hated. But yeah, making those little characters to riff off of with. I find that really interesting how it just worked. And you know, maybe the bar, I guess, for entertainment, I'm not gonna say it was low because they put so much effort into it, especially with like the subtitles, right? I think that also makes it extremely engaging. That's one of the reasons Soviet Wombo was so engaging. That's one of the reasons Theo's game was so engaging. And obviously PewDiePie, and I was out of the just gameplay circle whenever Markiplier and Jacksepticeye got big. But I do wonder if they also had the subtitle game on point. Still need one car? Oh, well, found our... No. Okay, I know what you're all about, and I don't want any of it. Oh, you can back up? You could have done that the whole time? You dumb ass motherfucker. Yeah, and now maybe I'm being hard on myself, but I like the idea of it. I don't know if I'm gonna go down there. That's the thing, right? As someone who has been just a video watcher for so long, it's kind of become like my special interest over time, other than gaming itself. I know so many creators from just having watched them for so long, so it's really hard, and I think disingenuous, to not mention them as I'm going through these things, and like, you know, reference them as I'm doing things that I know they would do, because I've just, you know, to get extremely parasocial, I've lived with these people all of my like teenage and adult years. Anytime that I didn't have friends around, hold on, I'm doing some personal stuff. Anytime I didn't have friends around, that's how I got my social kick, and it was easy on me because I didn't have to interact back with them. Right, you're just watching YouTube videos, and just enjoying the social company in that way. I remember whenever I was a kid, I would get this kind of warm feeling of, you know, interacting with people would be very draining, but watching them have fun would be nice. Like going over to a park or like a playground and not really engaging with the toys, but just seeing other people going around having fun. That gave me like a fuzzy warm feeling. I was like, you know what, I'm a little energy vampire. I'm just sucking off the fun that they're having, and just by watching them have fun, I'm having fun in a way. As for my good friend Warsight here, who would be your favorite one you've watched, and what's the reasoning behind it? It's changed over the years. I don't know if I can legitimately choose a favorite one because I've just gone through so many that I would just watch on repeat, right? So currently, I would definitely say it's Northern Lion. I go by if I watch every video that comes out, I would say that I'm into them, right? And though I don't particularly watch NL's personal YouTube because I like the library of Laterno's clips channel instead. He puts together and edits together like good moments from the streams. I would say that he's currently my favorite because he's just so funny and so very smart with the way that he does the entertainment. I mean, the guy comes on every day for 5 hours and does stand up every single day, and that's crazy to me. Like he's had 13 years or whatever to hone in on that skill, but it really shows, right? It's amazing his fluidity. I only discovered him in the Super Auto Pets era around I'm gonna say at the end of 2021 or the end of 2020. I could be wrong on that, but that's whenever I started watching him, and I kind of haven't let go because he's massively entertaining. His commentary on things, how he keeps up with all of the new lingo and stuff. Like as I've gotten older, I've gotten away from all of the Sigma and mogging, Skibbity Ohio shit. So I'm not. The only way I've been able to keep up with young people's lingo is just by watching him, because that guy is also terminally online, and because he has a good following, and he goes on Twitter quite frequently. He sees all of these memes, and it's how I keep up with it. It's how I found out about what's the name, Rap Dracula or some shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Rap Dracula or whatever. Oh my god. So it's like this old guy with slick black hair, clearly being given lines by like his grandchildren or something, and it's just the shit that they make him say is fucking hilarious. I can't quote any of it because it's been so long since I've watched it, but I highly recommend you just if you search Rap Dracula or some shit, I'm sure it'll come up. There's like 3 or 4 videos out on it. It's amazing. But yeah, I would say currently Northern Lion is definitely my favorite content creator. But as I've gone through the years, I've had several. I'm trying to think back to whenever I started. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Shay Carl. I started with vlogging on YouTube, and Shay Carl, I don't know if he's problematic now, if he's canceled or not, but back in 2008 he wasn't, and that was my introduction to YouTube and the genre. I never got into the more popular ones like Jenna Marbles or anything like that, but yeah, Shay Carl was a channel that I got so. That's the thing, right? And this can be like an autism ADHD thing, where sometimes, this is the revolver place. Okay. Whenever I get really, really into something, I begin to mimic it, right? And so I remember buying or asking my mother at the time to buy the camcorder and get into it. And actually tried to do some vlogging myself. I can't remember the silly name that we came up with it, but thinking back on it, I remember it fondly. We made up our own like dumb little name, and she was gonna be in the vlogs with me and stuff. It never got anywhere because I was just too socially awkward to give it a go, but it was really funny. So that was my start. And then after that, I think I was in the Captain Sparkles train for a while. That's how I got into a game called Dungeon Defenders, where you're a bunch of kids, and it's a base defense game. And there's waves of like orcs and goblins and whatnot. You have to set up defenses and stop them from coming in. So off of that recommendation from Captain Sparkles, that's how I met one of my best friends. Yeah, so I think Captain Sparkles was another one that I remember watching frequently. Feels like 90% of them are canceled. I remember Tobuscus was one of my favorite back in the day. It was just random silliness. Yes, exactly. That was a big name. I had one of my friends at the time as well. He had the exact same thing. He was very much into Tobuscus. He would share videos about Tobuscus, and then a few years later, I don't know what it is about making YouTube. I hope I don't fall into that hole. I've been joking about it with Warzite off stream that now that I'm doing YouTube,
I know him. He's the one's been stealing.
now that I'm doing YouTube, I need to be real careful not to start randomly messaging minors. Cause what is it? Is there something in the streamer water that's just causing all of these guys to like, okay, I'm a big time guy. I'm getting messages from all of these impressionable young people. It's time to engage in something highly illegal. And it makes me go, like, it's so strange, man. They just can't keep it in their pants. It's so weird. I remember one of the things that shocked me the most was whenever Pro Jared got caught in the whole thing as well, and the photos that came out of that were not good. I'm sure I'll get maybe into a little bit of trouble because all I can talk about are other content creators. But man, oh man, that was something else. And now what is it? John Tron, right? I always loved his videos for a while. And now he's like this massive, big right-wing guy, going on debates with fucking Destiny and whatnot. That's just crazy to me, man. How time goes by and people just get a little crazy. Yeah, so in this game, the only heals that you get are either the ones that you buy or some of the shields that come through. Where the fuck is this last piece of revolver part? The shields have like a regenerative quality to them, so they will slowly regen. Yes, they'll slowly regen your health. Otherwise, you have to buy heals. It's very old like game design. So it was, I think it's akin to Doom and shit, or not Trials. What am I trying to think of? One of the first first person shooters arena games where it's pickups. You have to defeat enemies to heal yourself. There might also be in my skill tree probably something that I should get into. I can't see while I'm in the car for because why not? Mental artifact. Oh, you're right here too, baby. Let's go. On my skill tree, I might have a passive that slowly regenerates me. I'll have to. That's probably what I'm gonna go into next. But I just love Bloodwing so much that I want his ass to be maxed out because I can just do this and not play the game, which is my goal. Come on, man. There you go. One more? Yeah. I just love the gore in this game. It's one of the things that they got right. Oh, man. I am so off when it comes to shooting. But yeah, after that, I got very much into, I believe it was the Game Grumps. That was whenever it was Eagle Raptor, now Aaron Hansen, and JonTron. They would play games together, and again, it was massively entertaining. Eagle Raptor's videos as well. If you haven't watched the Mega Man video or any of his animated videos, highly recommend. I mean, the guy, extremely funny. I hope he's not canceled. They've always, him and Dan now, who run the channel, they've always been very PG. But yeah, it's highly recommend that content. It made me laugh so much. It made me feel appreciated as a child as well, because he has a specific bit in it where he says, you know, he's saying bad words, and he explains it, you know, like, you're smart enough to understand what bad words are and to not use them, like, you know, in shitty context. Just, I'm gonna say shit, fuck, whatever, and you understand that it's a joke. So I'm not gonna stop saying it. And it was something, like, don't quote me on that, but it was something to that extent. And it made me feel seen as a teen for sure. And yes, I am always a pet main. I will take any summons I can in any video game. Do I want to let go of the transfusion yet? I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, you know what? I can't be handheld for the whole game. I gotta learn how to survive for a little bit. This is like a side quest, correct? Yeah. That's also another thing that I do in games. I imagine lots of gamers do as well in completionist style. I always like doing all the side quests first. I'm honestly not gonna do that for every playthrough. I think after this character, I am just gonna go like optimal leveling path and just getting the builds online. But at least for this first playthrough, I will be doing like all the side quests before a main quest. You know what? I can't stay on top. It's physically impossible. Yeah, Game Grumps was my next love, and then I believe I was mixing that in with a little bit of the Creature Hub, not because of the creatures themselves, but because of the star of the show, and I think the thing that held it together for the longest time, which was Uberhaxer Nova, right? James, it was extremely funny. He was always more into absurdist comedy back in the day. Yes, please. I got rid of mine so long ago. Ooh, another explosive artifact. Will that put it to level 3? Is that it? Did it just give it to me? Give it to me straight? Cannot use. Okay, so whenever they're like level 20 seems to be the next. Maybe it's every 10 levels it gives you the next level for the skill. That sounds about right to me. Here, hold on. Let's see if I can. Yeah, killing an enemy gives you some health regen. That's one of the things you can get later. Decreasing cooldown for Bloodwing. That's gonna be the next tree for sure. But yeah, that's all of the health regen that this guy in particular has. Yeah, Uberhaxer Nova. I mean, him and Immortal HD or Alex had such good chemistry. I believe it was Battle Block Theater. Their playthrough on that was just so funny. The way they would, you know, bully each other, make things absolute hell for each other. I mean, that was peak entertainment for a teen like me. It was just absolutely just you know, friends having fun and also tormenting each other for your entertainment is never not funny, I don't think, unless, you know, you're Vitality or something, like one of the prank channels that always takes it a little too far, or the whole like Dobrik controversy that happened as well. Yeah, it's yeah, Uberhaxer Nova, and so the creatures, and then obviously whenever that went all to shit, Cow Chop. That I didn't miss a single video of those guys. It was absolute cinema. The absurdist comedy, all of their bits, all of their videos were golden. Absolutely goated as well. That was, if I ever got into YouTube whenever I was younger or back in those days, that's 100% who I would have mimicked. I mean, the entire series of Cow Chop. And then afterwards as well, something that I missed out on because I wasn't aware of the concept. I saw like a bunch of clips of Unus Annum, um, which was the Markiplier and his friend, which I don't know the name of, unfortunately. They had a series that would only last for 1 year, and then the entire channel was going to be deleted. And man, do I regret missing out on that, because I just didn't know it was happening at the time. That thing, it felt like, you know, a more put together couch hop, and they clearly had a concept in mind, and it was clearly just gonna last for an X amount of time. But oh my god, I wish I had caught more of that series. It was just so the few clips I've seen were so entertaining. After that, after Couch Hop died out, I don't think I ever found some content creators that I stuck with, like a main one, until until Northern Lion came through. Simply because just it felt like there was a bit of sameness, a little bit of a drought going on. I don't know, because Couch Up died on what, 2019, 2020? No, it was, yeah, 2019 sounds more right. I don't think they were around during COVID. Hello? There we go. And so yeah, that's my content creator list. Have there been many content creators that you followed because of a niche? For example, a fair few of my subscriptions on YouTube are people that I watch to get better at Smite. I like bit channels, honestly. I like channels that are that make things into. One of the channels that I've been watching recently, with uploads that upload very sporadically, is like Floydson. He does 100% playthroughs of games, and he edits it all down to one like really long format video, and I love that. Joseph Anderson as well. He's a game critic. He uploads like extremely long videos, which for some people I imagine. F is the fucking button to fuck. F. The F. Sorry, I was trying to find the boost button for cars for the longest time, and I just randomly came across it. Yeah, so yeah, I think highly edited content. Because I've been playing Smite, I also, you know, I've been watching Weekend and Inbound for the last couple of months to try and get better at that game as well. What else? What are some? Soviet Wombo is definitely one as well. He only uploads like once every 6 months or once a year at this point. His videos are great. They're very entertaining, very well edited. Extreme amount of time editing goes into them to just make them very funny, like little 10-20 minute videos of just him playing with his friends and getting out the best bits from his streams. And he has such a high quality bar for himself. It's really something whenever you're watching them. He has some, like, even his old videos kind of stand up to today's standards simply because of the amount of editing that goes into them. Another niche creator is Michael Reeves. He also only uploads maybe once, twice a year, and he makes these videos of usually to do with coding and robotics. So he creates like these robots that do the dumbest things. Just an absolute like like crazy way to use your like genius to just breed chaos into the world, and I think that's why everybody loves him. I mean, he had one where he programmed a fleet of drones to just swarm someone. He had like 12 drones in a room that could all identify a human being by like attaching it to a phase or something like that, and they would just drive straight forward. Yeah, at this point, I think I'm just gonna become like a content creating recommendation channel, because oh, you know what? I think there's an achievement here to complete this in record time. I'm gonna see if I can get that. Yeah, it is so good, so good. I think those are the only ones I can remember for now. There's definitely a couple more. And I mean, I talked at length yesterday about how much I loved Total Biscuit. He was just in my heart and in my like subscribing box since the beginning. Yes, achievement get Speedy McSpeederton. Now I can just go back to killing things. TB back in the day, I mean, what a legend. I'm not gonna reiterate on everything that I said already, but just such a revolutionary person for the gaming industries, and I think we outlasted microtransactions for as far as we could because of him. Yeah, right. So, do you think the Borderlands movie was rage bait to get people to play the games again? I definitely don't think, like, you definitely don't want to make a bad movie, right? I think, I mean, it was definitely to get people to play the game, right? What was the other video game? The Fallout series, right? Fallout series came out, and the resurgence for people wanting to play Fallout was huge. People were I know I did. I went back and I played a little bit of Fallout 3, but I just burned out before I got massively into it. I have to just... Yeah, I can't just run you guys over. Fallout thing, right? The resurgence in gameplay. So I don't think it was their intention, but it was so clearly, like, awful. I've seen some criticism from the Borderlands content creators on YouTube, talking about how, you know, if you just go on Wikipedia and get some information of the weapons that they're using. I know that one big complaint was the Infinity Pistol, right? That is apparently one of the pistol that Lilith in the movie uses, Miss Blanchett. They use it so strangely throughout the movie, like, and again, this is nothing on the actors, mind you. This is 100% on the showrunners and the writers, the director, just not knowing the content, right? So they directed her to use it like a revolver at times, which is just plain wrong. And at other times, kind of using it like an SMG, while like I think she holds onto it both barrels. I haven't watched the movie myself, but it's just so clearly bad. So I don't think it was. I think it was a case of, like, you know, for the longest time there was only one director that would pick up movie scripts for gaming, and it was an awful director. It's the same guy who directed the